Hey Star Wars fans, super cool thing to go over with you today. We got a box from our friends at Fantasy Flight that contained all sorts of new Scum and Villainy ships for the X-Wing Miniatures game. On this video, we're going to open up this box right here, which is the Most Wanted expansion pack. As you can see, really cool box art, kind of follows with the design aesthetic of the X-Wing Miniatures game that we've all seen before. But if you look at the little colors and the logos here, they've kind of got like a yellow, brown, maroony thing going on the outside of the box. Inside of the box, you can see these two Z95 Headhunters and a new Y-Wing. They've all got a new paint scheme. These Z95s have like a Black Sun logo on the wing. And this is kind of like this maroon ship here. So let's dig in. Got some scissors to open this up. If you're a kid, have your parents help you open the box, all that good stuff. Cut along the dotted line. And just slide this out. And immediately we've got a ton of stuff here, but I want to get in and see what's going on with these ships because that's kind of my favorite part. When you play this game, you really feel like you are a pilot in a Star Wars movie. It's just really intuitive, and I don't know, it's the closest thing I've ever played to the X-Wing vs. TIE Fighter, X-Wing Alliance, TIE Fighter, X-Wing games in tabletop form. So here's our first Z95 Headhunter. Black Sun logo, really cool white and black paint job. I'm going to sit that right there. We got another one, looks to be pretty similar. Again, as you know, because you probably have the other Z95 Headhunter expansion pack, the detail on these ships is just awesome. You would expect nothing less from Fantasy Flight. The paint job is really cool. If you know the Star Wars EU, or what used to be the Star Wars EU, that fits right in, which is really cool. As someone who loved reading Shadows of the Empire and a lot of the comic books where that was Black Sun played an important part. Also in Star Wars The Clone Wars, so I guess it is canon, right guys? And then here's our first Y-Wing from the Scum and Villainy. You kind of got this maroon paint scheme and like a little yellow droid in there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's pretty cool. And now we're going to dig into one of what I think is so cool. And, go to the Fantasy Flight website and you can read all about this stuff. They even have like mock squadrons and ships that you can put together in cool combinations up there already, even though at the time that we're taping this game isn't even released yet. So here we go. We've got some new rules, some bases for your ships, and all sorts of cards. I'm going to dig into these cards in a minute. The other thing that's really cool that I read on the Fantasy Flight website is I'm used to playing this game with a lot of my friends. About 6 of us usually get together. We play these big 300-point games with 9 ships and 3 people on Rebels, 3 people on Imperials. What we can do now is we have a third faction. So the Scum and Villainy is not Rebel or Imperial. So you can kind of have 3 different opposing forces all going at the same time. So instead of having 3 people per team, we can now do 3 teams of 2 people, which is pretty awesome and should make for fun Saturday and Sunday evenings around the Comlink set. We've got this little guy. Looks like, same thing that comes with all the X-Wing games, this kind of like little stat sheet, who made the game, kind of the way the new Z95 Headhunter moves. I believe this is exactly the same as the way the old one moves. Same thing with the Y-Wing. The ship is a ship. That doesn't change too much. Some cool modification and tiles, kind of telling you all the new stuff that's coming up. And then, of course, everything that is in this this box, which I'll read off real quick. You get a rule sheet, a Y-wing, 2 Z95 headhunters, 3 plastic bases, 6 plastic pegs, 10 ship tokens, 6 maneuver dials, 1 focus token, 2 target lock tokens, KK and LL, I guess, if you don't have those yet, 4 stress tokens, 7 shield tokens, 20 ship cards, with all sorts of cool new pilots that we're going to look at in a minute, and 19 upgrade cards. This set is going to be awesome. It's going to completely add a new element to the way I play the game, and I'm guessing the way everybody else plays the game. And what's kind of cool about some of these, just looking at it, is this set, this Most Wanted pack, I believe comes with new Boba Fett cards and new ship pilot cards to go with ships that you already have that you can put on those ships. So it's not just playing with the 3 ships that come in the pack, it's playing with all the ships you have in new ways, which I think is pretty neat. I'll put that there. I'll dig in here. Now, if you haven't played the game, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But for those of you who haven't, these are the cardboard cutouts that go on the base of the ships when you're playing, so you know which X-Wing goes with which pilot, which Z95 goes with which. So you've got, looks like some new fire spray pilot here, bunch of Z95, a moldy crow. I don't know what the HWK-17, is it 73, 17? And then on the back, of course, as always, you've got other pilots that match those same ships. Here again, you got a Y-Wing, you got another moldy crow guy, a couple more Y-Wings, another fire spray, and here you have your different ship maneuverability. I believe I read that they're all the same. We'll find out in a minute. But what's cool is these have a new artwork design on them, which is pretty awesome. It's got the little mythosaur here and this kind of brown and beige Scum and Villainy underworld kind of feel to them, which, I mean, that's pretty cool. And they should stick out really well when you're playing on a big game with lots of ships. You'll be able to spot which ones are your ships really easily with that. Here we got some more. Oh, it's a HWK 290. I guess I haven't played Dark Forces in a really long time. I didn't figure that one out, but there you go, the HWK 290. I like to call it the Moldy Crow from Dark Forces. And then just this green, you know, with your maneuvers on them there. So that's pretty cool. And now for the best part. We're going to start off here. You get all sorts of new pilot cards. So our first pilot here is Su Locke. Forgive my pronunciation of all of these. This guy flies a pretty cool Z95 headhunter. When attacking, if there are no other friendly ships at range 1 to 2, roll 1 additional attack die. So there's this, the other thing I want to talk about is there's this new upgrade icon here, which is an illicit upgrade. Now, we've never seen this before, and I'm not going to get into the rules behind it. You can read about that on fantasyflight.com. But it's really cool. One of the things they talked about on the website is that it offers you a new type of like secret gun, kind of like the one you saw on the Millennium Falcon, where Han says, you know, she's got a few surprises left in her, it pops out and it shoots the snowtroopers on Hoth. That cannon, which hopefully we'll find in here somewhere, actually allows you to shoot once outside of your firing arc, which is pretty cool and adds this whole other strategy. So there's our first Z95 pilot there. And here we got Kato Lichos, and he is, at the start of the combat phase, you may remove 1 focus or evade token from another friendly ship at range 1 to 2 and assign it to yourself. So this guy right here is pretty cool also. He's essentially got kind of like his own push the limit, where he can actually thieve focus tokens or evade tokens from one of his other friendly ships that's close by. It kind of reminds me of like a Garvin Dryce also, who can donate his focus token. This guy can actually swipe it, which just opens up a world of possibilities when you're building your squadron, and is also kind of a neat thing considering the theme of this whole set is scum and villainy. What could be more scum and villainous than stealing actions from another ship? I think that's pretty cool. We have the Black Sun Soldier Z95. That's just kind of your generic pilot card there, you know, squad building, things like that. Then we got another Black Sun Soldier here. I don't even know how to pronounce this one. Binary. Somebody help me with that? Nobody? All right. This guy's kind of cool. Again, you know, low point cost. Could probably get a couple of these guys out on the table at one time. And all these guys have that illicit upgrade card, which is pretty cool on their bar there. Here we got another one of those guys. Now this is what everybody's been wanting to see for years, ever since the first Fire Spray came out, and it was an Imperial ship. Boba Fett flew as an Imperial. Now we have Boba Fett with his Fire Spray 31. When attacking or defending, you may re-roll one of your dice for each enemy ship at range 1. I mean, that's pretty Boba Fettish, if you ask me. And if you look here, you got some cool new artwork up top. Card looks beautiful. Pilot value of 8, which means, you know, he's going to fight with the best of them, even if you're flying A-wings with upgrades. Boba Fett is not going to be taken down by any TIE Phantoms or any of that nonsense that people like to play. He's got a high pilot value, and he's got all of these upgrade icons down here, including the illicit upgrade card. Cost of 39. I imagine that's going to be a fan favorite right there. Here we go. We've got another one, Cath Scarlet. When attacking a ship inside your auxiliary firing arc, roll 1 additional attack die. So that's pretty cool. And that's kind of like a red painted Fire Spray ship right there. Looks kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of, if you've watched Star Wars Rebels, the type of ship that Sabine would fly, right? It's kind of got her paint theme and things like that. You know, pilot value is 7. Pretty cool. Iman Azamine. When dropping a bomb, you may use the hard 3, straight 3, or right 3 template instead of the straight 1 template. Now, I haven't really played with bombs. I haven't really read a lot about bombs, but that seems kind of cool. I might have to start doing that. And I'm just looking at this now for the first time. Look at how cool the back of these cards look. I mean, that's pretty rad. If you put that next to the other 2 card backs with the Rebel and Imperial, that's pretty sweet. We've got a Mandalorian Mercenary right here. And this guy is, you know, your typical low point cost card for that. All right, now we're getting into the Y-Wing stuff here. We have Cavil. When attacking a ship outside your firing arc, roll 1 additional attack die. So that's him right here. And if you notice, he has a special new droid icon on his card. So you've got this salvaged Astromech droid icon, which is pretty cool, meant to reflect the insidious nature, kind of the hunt and peck. You know, you use what you got available to you. You're not an organized team like the Imperials. You don't have the strong flight leaders of the Rebellion. You know, you've got this kind of droid that's not R2-D2. He's not the hero. You've got, we got another Y-Wing here, Drea Renthal. After you spend a target lock, you may receive 1 stress token to acquire a target lock. So there's that guy right there. You know, pretty typical Y-Wing. You got some cool, again, some cool icons down there for them. This is kind of neat. Hired gun. So you got a couple of these cards in the set. This is a Y-Wing, low point cost Y-Wing for the Scum and Villainy. But it's kind of neat that it's called Hired Gun, you know, instead of like Rookie Pilot. Works. Another one of those. Oh, this is cool. To go with your hired guns, you've got the Syndicate Thug. So like when Black Sun wants to hire a Y-Wing pilot, they don't hire a hired gun, they get a Syndicate Thug, which is kind of cool. And the paint job on here matches the paint job on your new Y-Wing down there, which is neat. We got another one of these. Now we're getting into those HWK 290 cards. This is Dace Bone Arm. When an enemy ship at range 1 to 3 receives at least 1 ion token, if you are not stressed, you may receive 1 stress token to cause that ship to suffer 1 damage. So there's that guy. Again, he's got some cool upgrade icons. He's got that illicit one right there. And again, I believe all of these ships have the same maneuverability as the ones you know and love. You just get some cool new pilots to fly them with. Pelab Godali. At the start of the combat phase, you may remove 1 focus or evade token from an enemy ship at range 1 to 2 and assign it to yourself. That is, again, pretty cool. That's like one of these other guys over here. They can steal it. It's similar to that, but it's at the start of the combat phase, so that's kind of cool. You can load up on your focus tokens, or if this guy's got stress for some reason, you can just swipe that action from one of your friendly ships around the, from one of the enemy ships that's close by to him, and then he can't use it to attack you. You can use it to attack him. Pilot value 5. I'm loving it already. This guy, Torkel Mux. The end of the activation phase, choose 1 enemy ship at range 1 to 2. Until the end of the combat phase, treat that ship's pilot skill value as 0. So that's kind of cool. And look at the, I don't know if, I haven't been pointing it out, but there's some really cool original artwork, original paint schemes on all of these cards that, you know, you really just have to look at in person. It's not going to come across on camera the way it looks in the room with the card. It's pretty cool. And here we go. We've got our last card here with the pilots. It's a Spice Runner. So the same way that we have these Black Sun Soldier and the Hired Gun, we've got the Spice Runner here, really expanding the uses that you can do with your HWK 290, your Moldy Crow ship. Those of you who love the Dark Forces video game have got to be loving what you're seeing right now. All right, here we go. Here are all of our new little upgrade cards. Should be pretty neat. We've got an Auto Blaster turret here. We've got actually a couple of those. I'm not going to read all of these out to you, but you can find these online and check out all the really cool new upgrade cards. There. This K4 security droid. After executing a green maneuver, you may acquire a target lock. Kind of cool. You know, new little guy here. I know I said I wasn't going to read them out, but man, some of these are just so cool. You've got Grito, folks. Grito can finally legitimately shoot first. Let's see what his card says. If it says he can shoot first, I'm going to just lose it right now. The first time you attack each round and the first time you defend each round, the first damage card dealt is dealt face up. So even in this game, Grito doesn't get to shoot first. So way to keep it right, Fantasy Flight. That's pretty awesome. You've got an outlaw tech here. Again, this guy only works for this Scum and Villainy set. You can't put him on any Rebel or Imperial. This is kind of cool. After you execute a red maneuver, you can assign a focus token to your ship. My girlfriend Jen, I think, will like that. She loves doing those red maneuvers and acquiring focus tokens. This is a bomb loadout. You can only put that on your Y-Wing. You get a couple of these. Now, this is kind of cool. You know, we talked about those Astromech droids. Here's one of the new Astromech droids. When attacking, if you have a target lock on the defender, you may spend the target lock to choose any or all defense die. The defender must re-roll the chosen die. So this guy is pretty powerful. That's pretty cool. And the icon on the back of his card right here is more like an R5 or an R7 type droid. I believe R7. I could be totally wrong. It's definitely an R5. You know, where when you're flying with the Rebels and you're putting up a droid, you're looking at an R2 dome. Here is Genius. Genius is the nickname for this droid. Again, you know, one of these cool new upgrade cards that we've never seen before. It's going to really make gameplay new and exciting. Here's an R4 droid. When attacking, after you spend a focus token, you may acquire a target lock on the defender. So that's pretty cool. This guy right here. I'm going to move this out of the way. We don't need to see that anymore. We got another one of these guys. Oh, here it is. The Salvaged Astromech droid. When you are dealt a damage card with the ship trait, you may immediately discard that card before resolving its effect. Then discard this upgrade card. So you've got this like Boba Fett printed R2 unit droid right there, which is pretty neat. And, you know, you got two of those guys in the set. Those could come in handy. You have an unhinged droid right here. He allows you to treat all 3-speed maneuvers as green maneuvers. So that's kind of cool. And we got a couple more here. Hotshot Blaster. Now this is, I think, what I was talking about earlier. Discard this card to attack one ship even outside your firing arc. Right there, the Hotshot Blaster. Super cool. I mean, I can think of a million uses for this right off the top of my head. It really is, you know, your ace in the hole, I think. And a BTL A4 Y-Wing. You cannot attack ships outside your firing arc. After you perform a primary weapon attack, you may immediately perform an attack with a secondary weapon. We're using that card. That's pretty cool. And you get a couple of those. I'm going to roll back here. How unfair is it that you only get one of these? How many people are going to be fighting over who gets to use this card? This card alone, I would think, means that you should come and buy this set for yourself. Because, I don't know. I just think that's really neat. And we got the last one, the Andrista. It looks like it's got a little Twilight dancing girl painted on it. And your upgrade bar gains 2 additional bomb upgrade icons. Is what that looks like right there, if I'm reading it right. Pretty neat. I don't know. You can't see the artwork too well on the YouTubes, but man, that's the attention to detail, even in the artwork on the cards, is awesome. So there you have it. I think I've shown you everything that comes in this box. Really cool artwork, as always. That doesn't even need to be said. These ships here are going to make awesome pieces of your collection. I know some of my friends display these ships all the time as part of their Star Wars collection. These are going to fit right in and enhance that look really well. The Y-Wing, again, really cool. The real value of the set, I think, comes with all the pilot cards that you're going to get to alter the way and really enhance the way you've been playing this game in all new ways that should be really cool. And also, you know, involve more friends. You know, this is a great game to play with your friends. great way to hang out and socialize on the weekends, and this really just opens it up to a whole new level. I almost feel like we got to get a bigger table to play on. Anyway, with that said, thanks for checking out this Comlink unboxing for the Fantasy Flight Games Scum and Villainy Most Wanted set. To learn even more about this, to read all about these cards, to get some strategy, fantasyflightgames.com. We printed out all sorts of info from their website, which is just incredible and just a great resource if you love playing the X-Wing Miniatures game. I highly recommend it. Thanks for checking it out. JC Reifenberg here. And we'll see you next time when we're going to open up some of these other ships.